And a very good morning to you. Welcome to Natasha Makes. It's Monday. It's Make It Monday. And it is that time of the block of the month where we introduce to you, yes, it's the Astor Block. We are on block number 8. How did block number 8 happen, Gemma, in the corner?
I have no idea where we've got to, how we've got this far, like so quick.
Block number 8.
It's crazy.
You know what that means? I've got one more month to finish all of the others.
One more block. One more block to
That
go.
dawned on me this morning. I was like, oh, yeah, I've got a bit of stitching to do, haven't I?
Stitchy.
Maybe we could make it like a community quilt and I could farm out a block to a block a person.
So lovely. Be nice if we could just sit in a big witchy room stitching away.
That'd be nice. Oh. Stitchy witchy room.
With the gin.
Oh.
Might not stitch too much though.
I don't know quite how that would end up.
No, I think it
Messy.
might be creative.
I cracked open that bottle of birthday gin you guys bought me the other night. Yeah.
Was it a good one?
It's really good. Really good. Oh yeah, that got messy too. Yeah. Right, we have got, it is the Astor Block. It is this one down here. Which sent me rifling through our fabric stash today to see what version. Every time this quilt is brought, this is the fourth reincarnation of Lisa's quilt, by the way. And so every time the fabrics are a little bit different, and we check in with Lisa, go, are you happy? You know, this is what we've planned. Is she happy? She's happy. She's a happy lady. It's all good, isn't it? So this is our version of it, which is beautiful because it means that everybody's is going to be slightly different because we're using batiks. Love a batik. We're heavily batiked up today for these. The other thing to bear in mind is that at some point you are going to need some sashing. Now, I would proffer up to you. In fact, no, I'm going to proffer up in a minute. That sounds wrong, doesn't it? Proffer up. I will in a minute. Hang on. Yeah. Let's make sure that thingy's down so I can say hello to everybody. I'll say hello first and then I'll tell you what we've got because we've got a little bit of a deal for you today. Morning, Carol. Gosh, you are bright and early. Good morning, Helen. Back to watching on full on watching now. I'm more mobile. Well, that's good. That's excellent. Myra, hello. Oh, looks like a beautiful day. Do you know what? The sunrise this morning as I went back to sort the kids for school was phenomenal. Absolutely beautiful. Morning, Patricia. Oh, hang on. Give me a chance to scroll down. Facebook's a bit eager this morning. Bit eager. It's Monday. Calm down. Good morning, Heather. Good morning, Vicky. Good morning. Vicky, you haven't started this yet, have you?
We've not
joined us.
Tempted her into this yet.
You haven't. No.
Good morning,
Steph. Good morning, Sylv. Crumpets toasted and ready just in time. Oh, crumpets. That always used to be a Sunday evening thing in our house. Toasted crumpets with melted cheese.
Nice.
Bit Marmite if you like Marmite, or HP sauce if you were.
No,
or chutneys if you want. A bit of chutney.
Red onion chutney would be the thing.
Caramelised red onion chutney. Okay.
Yeah.
No, that's fine. I'll let you have that. A bit of cake if Mum had baked. And then ski Sunday for Dad to watch.
Nice.
Do they still have that?
I don't think so. Not sure.
I just that was the overwhelming memory of a Sunday evening in our house was toasted crumpets, bit of cake. Ski Sunday on for Dad. And then was Sunday evening, was that Ruth Rendell Mysteries as well?
I feel your Sunday evenings were different to our Sunday evenings. I always say this to Guy, they had an open fire and watched the Antiques Roadshow, whereas we had a gas fire and watched Bullseye with Jim Bowen, where someone from Telford would win a speedboat.
Amazing. Yeah, well, I mean, the Antiques Roadshow, our neighbour was on it for years. Years and years. Good morning, Rebecca. Morning, ladies. Beautiful day here in Derby. Good morning, Claire. Almost forgot we were on. What? Rude. We'll forgive you. Morning, Sean. In fact, I I don't know if I should tell. Should I start? I can't telepathically tell you the story to see if it's suitable for on air. Can I? Okay. So I won't give names. It's just that for many years we lived next door to one of the guys that was on the Antiques Roadshow.
Oh.
Yeah. And chairman of Sotheby's he was. And
hang on. No, if you're saying someone could work out who that is.
I'm for sure there've been lots.
Okay.
Anyway, our village was quite a sociable one, and Sunday afternoons there would always be a drinks thing at somebody's house. Yeah, and my dad had won a very large bottle of champagne racing. In fact, we've got it down there. We put candles in it and make it look pretty, and I just remember his wife was an artist, and I just remember her getting particularly, let's say, tipsy this one time.
Right.
Yeah. And out came all of her nudes of Henry. Oh, but not giving names.
You're so bad.
It was very funny. Anyway. Good morning, Maureen. I'm Maureen from Australia. Well, good morning, Maureen from Australia. You won't know what the Antiques Roadshow is, probably. I don't know if they air it down in Australia. They sort of go around to big country houses and everybody brings what they think might be valuable that they found at a car boot sale for £2.50 and a packet of nuts. Morning, Emma. Good morning. Cass, also from Australia. Very different watching you with the satellite. Oh, I'm all fuzzy. Do you know what, Cass, with my hand stitching, that might not be a bad thing. You never know. So Cass has moved into the middle of nowhere and now has to receive things via satellite, Gemma. Not like a shopping and stuff, but, other things. Elizabeth's watching puppies again. That's fine. Join us whenever. Judy's here. Good morning. And Geraldine. She says, hello, Natasha and all the fab team. I've missed you. Well, we've missed you too. Glad you got the flowers. We love the flowers. Oh, they were
very,
there.
very
Do you know
beautiful.
what? They were there.
I've got them.
You've purloined them, haven't you? And put them in the main office so that everybody can share them.
Yeah. Very beautiful.
Morning, Rona. Good morning, Evie. Good morning, Pam. Good morning to two of my favourite ladies. Oh, thank you. Vicky says, it's just as well. I have to buy new furniture to store all my lovely orders as it is.
I'm so going to help her with that.
We're making your house a home. Vicky, there's no point. When you move into a new home, you always have to buy something to,
and you need fabric.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Sean says Ski Sunday is still going. Does it still have the same music? This I need to know. You see, now I don't live with my dad. I don't know about Ski Sunday. Sometimes Mum gets treated to watching
go on,
the snooker
what's the music
as well.
go like? Go on.
It was that, wasn't it?
It was.
There's an earworm for you. I came in this morning, it was like I was in a parallel universe. I have to tell you this. What was Jane doing? We were calling out something for Gemma to load. And what was the note? I think it was 269 or so. And then you guys all started singing a really weird song I had never heard in my entire life. And it started off just Jane singing it. And then Gemma was like, oh, yes, I know that one, starts joining in. What about slapping stuff? I don't really understand. And then Inga trots out from behind her little packing stuff and starts doing all these weird hand movements. And I'm just stood there going, what the heck is going on here?
I cannot believe.
I have no idea. What was it, Gemma?
You don't know.
What was it? What was the song?
Shirley Ellis's lovely, lovely, lovely song, the clapping song. And everybody at home now is going to be going, what? 369, the goose drank wine, the monkey chewed tobacco on the streetcar line, the line broke, the monkey got choked, and they all went to heaven in a little rowboat, clap, clap.
Yep.
So you watch now.
Geese don't drink wine. There's a fundamental flaw in this. Geese do not drink wine. I think you lot have all been at the wine. No idea.
You must, even if you just know the clap pad.
Nope.
Clap pad.
Nope. No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Clap and then slap. You must do.
So they're all mid-song, and then Gaynor comes in, and I'm just like, Gaynor, can you help me? What is going on here? And then she starts joining in. I just stood there like, I have no... Clearly, too busy watching Ski Sunday.
There's a comment here that just sums it up, really, and it says, could Natasha be any more middle class if she tried? And I feel that this is perhaps linked to the lack of knowledge of this song, because all of us are like, yay, clap, slap.
I don't know what's going on. I have no idea. I don't know. I have absolutely no idea.
So yeah.
There we go. Myra says, Lizzie, you know the other meaning for puppies, don't you? I feel we've lowered the tone back to where it should be now. Yeah, that middle class has slipped somewhere. But Elizabeth says she doesn't still swing that way. Well, this is great. Anyway, Alison says, good morning. Yes, Ski Sunday's still on. Oh, Sue. Morning, ladies. Morning, Maureen. Morning, Fiona. How special to be home watching the Makes team rather than in the Middle East. Have you been working out there? That's what I want to know. I knew you were there, but I didn't know why. I'm just nosy.
We are nosy.
Yeah.
We'd love to know about you all.
We do like to know. Morning, Laurie. Morning, Jane. Oh, Ginny says that it's beautiful in Scotland. Beautiful skies after a fabulous full moon. The moon is particularly fabulous. What are you getting at now?
I know that one. Classic song. Just started singing it too.
No,
as soon as Tash said 369, it started in my head, said Vicky. Ha! There we go. You're in the minority.
Oh, okay. Ginny just says hints of madness, perhaps.
More than hints.
Not me. Ski Sunday theme is the tune from one of the Winter Olympics. Probably. It's sunny in Lockerbie. Yeah, Fiona's just got question marks, and that was how I felt this morning. No idea. Sylv knows it. Elizabeth says it's a classic song. I'm going to have words with my parents. I feel that, they may have provided very good education for me, but I feel like quite a large bit was missing, if I'm honest.
I think that it's practically child abuse. These things you were deprived of.
My mum does watch, right, Gemma?
I know. And your mum knows I love her. I blame Barry. Your mum would have been totally on board with that fabulous song. She'd have been there clapping along with the rest of us.
Monkeys don't often chew tobacco either. Exactly, Sylv. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. Drunken geese and wayward monkeys. What is going on?
We are going to teach you, though, and you're going to have to prove your word perfect, and we're going to video it.
Crikey. Alison says Natasha clearly needs some life lessons.
Yes!
I just did other stuff.
One of my many bowls.
Jane said, love that song. Oh, dear. Clap, clap. My mama told me if I was a goodie, then she would buy me a rubber dolly.
Yes.
Pam, I don't know where I've been. I don't actually know where I've been. Laurie, can you shed some light on this? She says, where have you been? I thought everyone knew that song.
I did always
give
think,
up.
if I was a goodie, I'd get a rubber dolly. It's like, that's a bit rubbish. I'd want a nice soft fabric dolly, not a rubber dolly. I don't get it.
Why don't they just say Barbie? Rubber dolly, isn't it?
Yeah, okay.
Maybe they just couldn't because of licensing laws or something. Plus it doesn't fit in with
other brands are also available, didn't fit into the...
A Barbie or Cindy. Doesn't work, does it?
Okay. That kind of does.
Hey, look, Patricia's been in touch. She's sent us all the goodies, and I particularly like this. Look, she's taped it down with some of our particularly lovely Natasha Makes tape. Look at the donkeys. We're going to send those off to the Donkey Sanctuary for you, and we've got some other beautiful dresses. These dresses keep on coming. I've got quite a pile down here now, Jem.
We have, and we've got some in the
cupboard. And
we've
actually got in the cupboard, we've got a whole box. So well done. Thank you very much for those. They are added to the pile.
I love to see how many people are getting involved with the Pay It Forward initiative. It's gorgeous.
We have to do this month's as well. We've got to put that into the schedule.
We do, and that's all in progress, isn't it? Mm-hmm. So we'll.
So my other thing is, Gemma, I've tried really hard in the life lesson department because Gemma's trying to get me to watch all the movies that for some reason I've never watched.
No, and you've had that last DVD quite a while.
So I don't have a DVD player. Oh. The only DVD player is here. I'm just going to have to go and sit in Jane's den with the kids and watch it.
Yeah,
I didn't know if it was
they're not always kid appropriate either, are they?
That's the problem, isn't it? That's the problem. So the other night, I thought I would get on board with a movie that you'd probably watch.
Okay.
Yeah. So, watched A Star Is Born.
Haven't seen it. One of my old clients used to be absolutely obsessed that I looked like Lady Gaga in that film, which I thought was completely wrong, but have not seen it. Is it good?
I have never cried so much in my life.
Oh, dude, that's not okay.
No, it is not okay. I mean, to be fair, fabulous film. Bawled my eyes out.
Oh.
Any other film that people want to recommend?
Well,
Claire doesn't know the slapping song either. There we go.
Okay.
Oh no, don't say about your gaping hole in UK popular culture from 1987 to 2006. Apparently I do too.
Oh.
Yeah, it's fine. Oh, Sylv says it's not nosiness, it's information gathering. There we go.
Oh.
There we go. Oh, Vicky says she only knows it from a film soundtrack though. Gone in 60 Seconds, she thinks it was.
Yeah, but Vicky had a beautifully middle class upbringing as well. She didn't watch Bullseye in front of the gas fire on a weekend.
But I bet she was
at Antiques Roadshow and Open Fire House.
Look, I didn't watch the Antiques Roadshow. I found it really boring.
Ski Sunday.
Didn't watch that either. It was really boring.
All
It's
right.
just what everybody else was watching. I was generally doing my art homework at the kitchen table because I'd left it till the very last minute to do, and I'd have to sit there for 4 hours on a Sunday night because I couldn't just draw a stick person, could I? No. Took me hours. Hang on, if she's kissing a soldier, she perhaps got to rubber something out. Elizabeth!
Why do you read these out without
I need to pre-read them, don't I?
Pre-read.
Gosh.
I don't know how many times we've told you.
Oh, hang on. She was in Jeddah and Muscat. Well, okay, well, there you go. I wasn't there. I just missed it. There we go. That auntie was such a snitch. Sylv, I know, right? Yeah. Morning, Team Tash, says Karen. I seem to have missed month 7. Is it still available? Not that I've started the other 6 yet. No, me neither, Karen.
It's all in the collection. I've got all of the blocks.
7 is Wisteria. The hysteria of the wisteria. Yes.
Was lovely.
It is available. Really, really beautiful. Really, really, really beautiful.
The kits, the instructions for all of the blocks that we've done so
All
far are in the collection.
All up.
Because I did that to be
hang on.
very helpful.
Still getting to grips with the beast.
Good.
Not going to lie.
Are you friends?
Do you know we are friendly. We're getting on.
Okay, good.
And it's quite intuitive. Now I know where I can press all over the...
You're learning which buttons of his you can press.
Oh, I press all the buttons.
Ah, good.
Always. Right, your Astor Block. Oh, hang on. No, I was going to tell you, wasn't I? So, we have got 15% off Lisa today. It felt a bit unfair, right? Last week was birthday week, and we had discounts on lots of fabrics, didn't we? Just as so this is like the after party.
The last...
Hurrah.
Yeah.
Yeah. 15% off all of our Lisa cut to order fabrics. Now this is 1.5 meters. It's heavily folded, clearly. That's why it doesn't look like 1.5 meters. 1.5 meters of Lisa's very, very beautiful. Ouch. I've really hurt my shoulder.
Oh, careful, careful. So that's a pre-cut, that one.
It is a pre-cut, and it is 1.5 meters. And we've matched the price, haven't we, Jen, with what you would be paying if you were having your 15% discount.
Yes.
That is only for today. It finishes at midnight, by the way, so you need to get your what's it's on.
And you need to pop your discount code on.
It's discount code. Gemma's done. Okay, so SJ's off today, so Gemma's done the discount code, so it won't be 18 million.
There's no B day in it.
There's no B day.
No B day.
Goodness.
No.
What is it?
15 off Lisa.
Oh, 15 off Lisa. There you go. Now remember, Lisa is spelled Lesa.
But
The
it is in that
downside.
big red banner.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, put it in the big.
Oh,
red
you
banner.
managed to put it in the big red banner.
I got a friend to do that.
Oh, you got a friend. Amazing. I hope it wasn't SJ because
No,
she's
got
on
Joshua.
holiday. Right, okay. Oh, and happy birthday to Mother SJ because it's her birthday too.
Yes.
And happy birthday to Joshua, who birthday also was at the weekend.
It was.
I feel like one of those children's breakfast shows. I should have like the homemade card
Oh, you should
to open
so have.
out.
We should do that.
We should do that!
Oh my gosh! Oh, please, everybody.
Send in your
please.
birthday cards and we'll do the birthdays each week.
Just saying, me and Inga have got a birthday next month as well. If we get birthday cards, we both cry. Handmade birthday cards. Ah, lush.
Vicky, you and I need to talk.
Mine had obviously just...
I'm pretty sure, Vicky, that you will have some very incriminating photos of Gemma when she was...
maybe not. not.
Back in the day with your short, colourful hair.
I did have short colour.
You did have short, colourful
I
hair.
had spiky,
You did have spiky hair. You did.
Before Sharon Osbourne did, and then she came along, and I was like, whoa, 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 whoa,
Whoa,
whoa.
Shazza. Back off.
What do you
Stealing
think you're
my
doing,
look.
lady? Yeah.
Well, you know, it's a form of compliment. Right.
Mm-hmm.
When you get yours, I've just printed all of these off today on the nice paper. Single-sided because, you know, that's how we roll. This is how they come. You can't see that, can you? Let me go overhead instead.
That's why we've got that camera.
I know, right? Fabulous.
That's what that one's for.
All about that.
You know.
Where is my paper cutting one? Here we go. I've eaten too much icing sugar this morning, Gemma, already.
I feel there's a lot of people upset with you for not knowing that song.
Well, I'm really sorry. I can't help it if I wasn't exposed to such things as a child. That sounds wrong, doesn't it? Thanks, Mum and Dad. Yeah. There we go. Anyway, I don't see how you can call me middle class, because England's just moved into a village that does pretty much the same thing, basically. Drinks every Sunday at someone's house, somewhere, in a socially distancing way. As in the back garden, which they now call the village pub. That's how that was.
Love it. Our next door neighbour's been talking about building a pub in the garden.
Really?
Yeah.
I think lots of people have built pubs in their back garden.
He's got a quote and everything. We're getting the drive done first. We're both getting the same guy to do our driveways, which is quite clever, because then, you combine certain very expensive costs. Like equipment they have to hire to do it. They just split that between the two of us.
That's good.
But once all that's done,
yeah,
our back garden needs sorting because it's collapsing here and there.
Will you put like a gateway through to the pub next door?
Well, totally. We'll have to do something with the fence / a gate to the pub.
We used to have a big gate in the hedge into next door's back garden.
For 18 months, we had no fence between us and next door because the wind took the fence down.
So friendly.
We hadn't been there a very, very long time, and we were still doing that, when you've bought a house and you're a bit skint for quite some time afterwards.
Yeah.
And their next door neighbours at the time, different neighbours, had a little girl who was toddling. And I was like, I'm so sorry, we can't afford to do the fence. As soon as we can, we'll get it done. Like, we will. Yeah. And she said, you've got to be joking. Our garden has suddenly trebled in size overnight. She's loving it. She toddles into your garden. She comes and sees your rabbit. I honestly don't know what will happen when we put the fence up. But yeah, for ages, you'd look in the garden, there'd be this adorable little toddler toddling around wearing nothing but a pair of Wellington boots.
It's a good look.
And
it's a great
she'd
look.
come and see our rabbit.
Now, what I am doing here is just marking off my quarters because, and I do this every time, there are certain things that are standard now with the block of the month that we do. We cut, we place, we sellotape, we mark it into quarters, and then we press. It's a pressing matter. Certainly is. Our black piece of fabric into quarters so that we match everything up. You know why everyone's in such good mood today, Gemma?
Why's that?
Because the new heads to... Oh dear, what's happened here? The new heads to our scissors have arrived. Our electric scissors.
Oh gosh, the excitement.
I've never heard so many satisfied noises, let's just say, coming from the cutting desk as I had this morning.
No, this is very true. Save for when there's been some spectacular fabrics arrive and everyone's oohing and stroking. But this is a different type of squeak.
There was a lot of noises like oohing and stroking going on over there. I was concerned.
Oh, Margaret's arrived. Happy Monday. Sorry I'm late. What shenanigans have I missed?
Oh gosh, don't even go there. I'm basically being called very middle class. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Is that a good thing or a bad? I don't know.
Oh, I think
I can't help what I am.
Both.
Don't know.
Fine.
Do I need a label?
Song,
I don't know. It's always because I don't know a song or something.
She didn't know the clapping song. This Shirley Ellis song. I'm not singing it again. I did it earlier.
She'll sing it again, Margaret.
We really don't need.
She will sing it again.
The one that starts 369, the goose drank wine. So yeah, she didn't know that song, and this morning we were all merrily singing it at her.
Basically taking the mick at me.
And she thought we'd all gone mad. And then Gaynor came in and she went, please help me, Gaynor. They've all gone mad. And Gaynor started singing it too, because clearly Tash is in the minority.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Right, so you can then place that over the top of and place it where all of your quarter lines match up, and then you've got your good starting point. Hurrah. And then you can always match that back to where you need it to be. So the very important thing about this, there's nothing in here that we have not tackled before. Okay, just so you know. But what I do want you to know is, guys, your order of applique guide just got serious here, okay? So that's where your challenge is with this, is actually following instructions. Gemma, don't say a word. What you actually follow instructions? Yes, yes, yes. So you're going to apply leaf number 1, which is here. Okay. And then you're going to apply the stems below and above flower number 2. Where's flower number 2? I've lost flower number 2. Where is it? It's on there. Oh, here we go. Look at all of these. Crikey bobs. And so on and so forth. And so you just add it all in. Add leaf number 3. And it just keeps going on and on and on and on. Oh, no. Apply stem leaving to leaf number 3, which is this one. Helps if I actually read it correctly. So you're going to add on that bit, so that goes over. And the reason that this gets done is so that you don't have to faff about folding under raw edges. That covers the raw edge of the base of your leaf. That's what's going on here. Okay, and then round to there. And then you'll apply leaf number 3, which is that great big whopping great big one there. Yeah. Oh, this is good. This is good. Okay. Add your outer circular stem from where leaf number 4 overlaps the stem. Leaf number 4 is up here. Clockwise round to flower number 2. There we go, coming all the way around. This is fabulous. Leave a gap for leaf 7's stem here. It's all going on, okay? And so it comes through. And then you're going to add the rest of your circular stem. We've got all sorts in here. This is flower number 6 here, which is lovely. And there's a lot on here for you to stitch and hand down. So what we are going to do is take a little look at how we're going to make some of these things, because this is a big leaf here, a big section here. All of this we have done before, okay? And along here you can see that this is how we're going to do all of these little bits here. And what Lisa says is you can sew each petal, which is fine, but if you want to, you can freehand draw all of your petals. It's up to you. If you want to do every single one exactly how Lisa has, then you just trace around those dotted lines. They go on. The very last thing to go on will be that centre of the flower, because that is going to it's going to cover over all of those raw edges. Okay, just so that you know. Yes. So let's have a little look at what we're doing here, shall we? Template plastic, as ever, is going to be your friend. Or I've nearly run out. I'm eking and tweaking this out. Do you know that, Gemma? Absolutely eking and tweaking this out. I really am. Because look, I've got this from another block. And I'm having to reuse it very carefully to do my very large leaf up here, which I'm going to give it a go at. Because I tend to double over. You know this, right? And we'll be on the shiny side. So if you have done all your stems and everything before, then you'll know how we're going to be doing those. Now this is going to be a big bit of applique. Guys, if you need any more freezer paper, let me know. I'm going to order it as soon as we come off air, because I assumed we had some, but it turns out you lot have bought it all when I went to get some from basically what I thought was my own personal stash. Turns out it's been pilfered. There we go.
They do that, you know.
I know, right?
They buy things.
They do while I'm not looking. Which, you know, is all good. There we are. Right. So. What I am going to do now is then apply, just pop that onto another bit. We've done this before. You can do it single-sided. You absolutely can, just one layer. But, and it is a but. Ah! You know what I've done, Jem, don't you?
What have you done?
I have left my Teflon pressing sheet in the box of Oriental Baltimore. Oh no, hang on. Here's one. Here we go. Whee!
Marvellous.
Right. I'm going to move this out of the way. You've got your shiny side of your applique paper. You guys have seen this before. There's nothing new in this one today. It's just different shapes for you. That is all. And what we are going to do is shiny side up, both shiny side up. Apply our heat. And it joins the two layers of your freezer paper together, which makes it more stable. Okay? And because we've pressed it with a Teflon pressing sheet, we're still going to have that bit of stick. Freezer paper, because Gemma said, when I said, oh, I've run out of freezer paper, what am I going to do? And she said, well, can't you just use tracing paper? Not that we actually have any tracing paper here either. There was a flaw in that plan that I didn't actually spot, Gem.
But there may have been something of that ilk kicking around in Jane's workroom or whatever. I was trying to be, you know,
you were trying to be helpful, and I really appreciate that. However... oh no, there's some residual stick on there from something. So, leave it to cool, and then you can peel it off. And what you will still have is enough stick on there that you can then stick that onto your fabric. But it's not a permanent adhesion, and that is what we like. Someone ringing me, very rude. So, again, just little things like... Where's my scissor sharpener? That's what I want to know. Ouch, that was my hip. Did you hear that? Bit of crack.
Lovely pop sound.
Yeah, I know.
Beautiful.
Ah, here it is. These are my paper scissors because, you know, I'm cutting through paper. If you don't like the sound of metal on metal, just turn your volume down now. I did this once live on air and someone absolutely ripped me to shreds because they hated the sound of it. Okay. Just turn your volume down, just for a second, just now. Right, so why do we do that? Apart from to annoy people. No. Because these are my paper scissors and they get blunt, I like to sharpen. Why are you grimacing in the corner? Do you not like that sound either?
No, I'm just chuckling to myself.
Chuckling, okay. Because when I'm cutting, I'm going to show you. Grandmother and suck eggs this probably, but... if you can, start right at the corner of your blade and then go in one fell swoop. A nice long line just means it's going to be smoother. And then move your paper and not your scissors. Makes it all much easier. Because how can you get a smooth edge with your fabric if you haven't cut a smooth edge? That's what I want to know, Jem. How? So you do want to make it as smooth as you possibly can. Do you know what I've never understood about bullseye, Gemma?
Go on.
How can a sport involve quite so much beer?
Oh, I know. Like a beer belly is actually an expectation
I've never understood that. I've never understood it.
But it's mostly played in pubs, right? Where do you find the dartboard? In the pub. What do you do in the pub? Drink pints.
I was at Mum and Dad's the other weekend, and my dad's got a dartboard in his garage.
Okay. Vicky's son got a dartboard for Christmas. It is magnetic.
Ooh, that sounds better than sharp, pointy stuff.
See? So much fun.
What would Jim say about that?
I don't know, really. I don't know that he'd be too impressed, but I have to say it does save your wall. It's like a big felt board with magnetic-y things.
That's very clever.
Very clever. Guy was playing it and enjoying it quite a lot.
He is just a large child, isn't he, basically?
He is a large child.
That's fine. We're all comfortable with that. It's totally fine.
Are.
Totally fine, Guy. Totally fine. Now then, what colour do I want to use? Ooh, so you have got 2 different colours for your leafy bits. I'm going to go with this one, but it's entirely up to you. Entirely up to you. And then again, because it's a batik, you might find that there's one side that's a bit brighter than the other, and which way round would you like? Again, this is entirely up to you. So, in we go. If you want to hand draw on a seam allowance, then do. If you reckon you can eyeball, whoops, then go for it. Oh no, look, there was a bit of sticky. There we go. I'm going to eyeball.
That's how you roll, isn't it?
Right. Yeah. Now, there is a suggestion for seam allowance on there from lovely Lisa. And that is for you to choose. This is going to be needle turn applique, by the way. Whee! Oh, these scissors are so sharp. Can you hear it ripping through? Whee!
Amazing.
I love it.
Claire Angelina says she once dropped a dart in her toe point first.
Ow! Why would you do that?
I know. I don't think she did it on purpose, Tash, to be fair.
I know, but still.
Wouldn't be, you know, your first choice.
There we go. Right. Now, if you've got great scissors like this, then you can snip, snip, snip in wherever you've got curves and things. Snip, snip. If you don't want to wield such big ones, get your little snippety. I love these ones.
Are they micro tip?
They're the micro tip ones. They are fabulous. They really are. And you're going to get, when you get to these bits down here, you're going to snip right up, but not into that curve. And do you know what I'm going to do? Whilst I think about it, Gemma.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to get out my mini iron, because as much as I do love this whopping great big beast of a thing, there's a time and a place for everything. And when I am appliquing, I like to get out my little one here, which has travelled a fair few miles with me now, I have to say. Bear with, I'll just swap over plugs. There we go. Just saves my fingers. And let's face it, my hand has had enough trauma. Trauma, Gemma, I tell you, trauma.
It really has. You're healing well now, though.
Getting there. I think it was a lot deeper than I thought. And then I had a lot of Hochanda, craft store orders to fulfill, and put my hand in bags all the time. Did not do it a lot of good.
No, I can't imagine it would have done, to be honest.
No, I'm going to be...
Wasn't your finest hour.
Also, technically not really my fault.
No. We'll give you that.
Yeah. But, if nothing else, it has taught my kids, hot stuff burns, don't do it.
And you don't just say it for fun.
No.
Because they do think that sometimes, don't they? When you're
Pretty
being a
sure.
fun sponge and saying, no, you must not do this. I think they do
A
think.
fun sponge.
Yeah, don't pretend like that's not my nickname half the time.
Fun sponge Pinfield Thomas.
Mm.
I don't think we've ever actually called you
all
that.
the fun out of a situation.
We are not your 16-year-old. It's fine.
Yeah,
we
this is
don't
true.
say stuff like that to you. Round we go. You can do as many or whatever of these little nippity bits. It just helps on the curves. Do you know what else helps? Getting it a little bit wet as well.
Ah.
And I show you for white. I haven't done all the way around yet. Bear with, everyone. Bear with.
Snippy, snippy, snipping.
I know. We do love a good snippety snip around here. But this is where having good scissors is a must. Have we sold out of these micro tip?
I've put those on as well.
Oh, have we still got some?
We have
Amazing.
some.
There we go. Right. In my little lacy bag of applique goodies, I should have. Yes, I have. Right. And if you have done this, if you've been with us from the start, you will have had your free bottle of flatter.
Yes. Indeedio.
You want to whack a bit in your paint pot and get your little brush out. There's a reason why they're all in there, guys, and there's a reason that you're going to keep on coming back to it. If you bought it from the craft store, they wouldn't let us put in the free bottle of flatter.
No.
Because they have a contract with whoever,
Yeah.
which meant that they wouldn't let me do it.
That was in the maple block.
Yeah, was it?
Yeah, block 3, I think.
So if you're buying the maple, if you haven't bought the maple block and you want it, you will still get that free bottle because, you know, we will honour it if you're buying it through us. There we go. Right.
We're good like that.
Yeah. Fine tip, in it goes. Where you want to start from is up to you, but I would say do a little bit at a time. Now, if you are appliquing hearts, because it is getting to that time of the year, Gemla, where, you know, people want to proclaim their undying love in sewing-based activities. Now, just use that tip of your iron just to push that on and sweep across around that corner. This is the way to get nice, smooth hearts. This was how I first learnt that technique. Now, also, if you bought our nice to have we got any more of those nice to haves?
The handy to haves.
Yeah.
You know what? We need to make some more up.
We can make some more up.
Yeah, we
can't
do.
Because they really were very handy to have. You'll have one of these little orange sticks in there.
Yeah, we have got some components. I think it's just getting them pulled together, and
yeah,
they had carbon paper in there,
yeah,
and
all sorts.
embroidery needles, applique needles, template plastic.
Well, the carbon paper means that you can just trace everything on.
Perfect.
Right, so as I'm going along, I'm going to use my little orangey stick to kind of pull it onto there. So I'm just not hurting my fingers. I'm not going to give it that chance. And then using the nose to kind of sweep across. And if it doesn't go on first time, just get it a little bit wet again and then allow it to do its job. But this is why we went in with the 2 layers of your so roll that onto that of your freezer paper, because otherwise it just isn't quite man enough for the job.
No.
And that's fine, you know, we love it, but everything, as they say, has their limits. Know your limits. And really, really, really do just use that to sweep round and across. And if you turn it around, if you do get any bits that you go, oh, it's a little bit too pointy there, all you've got to do, go back in with a little bit of your flatter and then just use your finger to really guide, and then just get that little bit. But it is just a case, do use your do use your stick and not your finger because it's going to be really hot.
It will. Ginny says...
Ginny.
Yeah,
Hi, Ginny. Oh, not the song again.
Apparently it was a skipping song. We just tied Mum's washing line to the lamppost outside our house and skipped and sang until bedtime.
Oh.
Love that.
Skipping song. What did we used to skip to?
Be wicked, wouldn't it?
I used to love skipping when I was little.
Oh, Karen says, we had a dartboard in the kitchen when we were growing up. My brother once threw a dart into my ankle as a joke.
Oh!
I didn't laugh.
No.
Quite right you didn't laugh. That's horrific.
Ow.
Why are brothers like this? My brother's birthday today. Happy birthday, Alan. But it's...
I've never heard a more grudging happy birthday.
I know, because I'm now thinking about the things he's done to me in my life.
Oh.
Admittedly, he hasn't thrown a dart at my ankle.
Well,
so,
there you go.
you can have
count
that one.
yourself lucky. He could have done. He could have done. And he could have blamed your Sunday night viewing for that.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Oh, Gerardine doesn't know how you burnt your hand. It was hot fat from the oven.
Oh, yes.
Ouch.
So, yes. I just don't team cook.
No. Go it alone on that.
Yeah, right.
I've tripped over Guy before because he is Mr. Clean. And he's been, on his hands and knees wiping up a drip of sauce or something that's got, spat out of the pan. One minuscule drip of sauce. And then I've been in the oven getting a baking tray out and have turned round and tripped over him. The baking tray slid up off the cloth and onto my arm. So I had a crescent moon type burn on my arm for about 10 years. It's gone now. It's faded right out, thankfully. But he now stays away from the kitchen while I'm cooking.
Yeah.
I didn't take that well.
No.
Claire Angelina reckons that part of your hand will tan faster than the rest of you in the summer. She has a coffee burnt hand that tans first, and it was injured 15 years ago.
Oh. Because I've actually got a holiday booked, which is very exciting.
Emma's asked a magic question. Will you be restocking the packs of 100 machine needles? Yes, and yes.
Oh, do you know what?
They're on the way.
I bought them this morning. They are all ordered.
Yeah.
So they should be here within 2 days, hopefully, if our supplier is on it.
Yes.
Guys, I'm sweeping. Wherever there is a real big curve, I don't know if you can see, I'm sort of sweeping around. I wonder if I can do this ambidextrously here.
Nothing like trying it out live on air, is there?
Nothing like
No.
It just means I have to put stuff down. Remember that? Whee! Yeah, so just, and again, use the nose as well to nudge everything that you can to avoid getting your fingers involved. Yeah, so Geraldine, I went to take a pan out of the oven, not realising that Stephen had very helpfully already put the hot fat in there. And just slooshed it all over the back of my hand, and I don't know how, but all down the back of my legs as well. It's not often I wear a skirt, but I happened to have a skirt on that day. All down the back of my legs. Yep.
That is sod's law, isn't it?
Yep. I knew there's a reason I don't wear skirts very often. But this is coming together too. I know it's taking a little bit of time, but...
Great mindfulness.
If we flip it around there, you can see... And if you've got a little bit like that, where you've snipped into it, honestly, just undo it a little bit, go back in and just realign and readjust. And that will take that out completely. But you're right, Gemma, it is a little bit mindful. There you go, see that's smoothed that out there. And because you're using the flatter, then the other nice thing about it is that it's going to really stay in place for you. La 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 la. Get those in there.
Oh, Auntie Lizzie says, did you say, oh dearie me, that hurt?
Yes, I did, because Emily was there. Whoopsie daisy, I think, was the...
It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
How much you can put some force into words like that with a grimace through gritted teeth. Yeah.
And do you know what? Yeah, I was quite well behaved. Quite well behaved.
Oh, Lisa's with us.
Huh?
Lisa's with us.
Hey,
Sorry,
Lisa. I'm just sweeping
Sorry I'm
across
late.
here.
Looking good. How exciting.
I know.
It is
Lisa,
exciting.
how are we on block number 8 already?
Cut Raisy.
Raisy.
So next month's the stunning bonsai type of fair in the middle.
The middle one.
Gorge.
Where we bring together everything that we've learnt. Look at that lovely sweep around there. Oh, I'm quite impressed with Miss Sweep. Lovely. And so around you go, and you can just see, like, oh, I've got to change that one there. But you might find where you've snipped that there's just a little bit that you just want to just realign. And you can absolutely do that. Absolutely do that. There we go. So you'll do that all the way around. And that is how you're going to do the majority of this one today. Because let's see. Let me show you one here. You will do it on all of that. And you see, look, you can see here. And really refer back to this as your guide, because it's going to show you, along with your order of applique guide here, which bits are going to go where. Okay, so if you're stuck at any point, you'll know that as you come around here, like that's going to tuck under there. As you come around here, this is your first bit that you're going to do, and then that goes over, and so that you just build it up from here. These underneath bits in that, they're going to be done the same way as the leaves. So actually it's quite an easy one. Now that we've got used to this way of doing our applique, then we are all good with the needle turn. No problem at all. These are made with a strip. So here we go. Let's have a little look at here. And again, you've got your leaves. So you've got your stem stitch we've done before, French knots which we've done before, and straight stitch which we've done before, which go onto the flower buds just to embellish. And those sorts of things, they're all, you know, if you have other ones that you would like to do instead, you do them. You do them. So let us investigate the situation. We need to cut. Where are we? Cut a 3-inch strip. There we go. And I'm going to go with this lighter one. This one here.
Can I read you some messages, or is that going to distract?
Go for it, because all I'm going to do, guys, and I will just let you know when I can find. Oh, this is my paper one, but it's all I've got here. Is I'm going to draw on. I'm going to make myself a template with some of these here, and then I'm going to draw around them on there. Go on then, Jem.
So Lisa says, I'm happy to report I finally bought one of your little cool irons. How did I live without one?
I mean, we've all asked that question. How?
And in iron-related topics, Sylv Sparkley says, I dropped my mini iron on my arm and reflexively caught it in the crook of my arm.
Oh, no!
Lovely long blistery burn on my forearm and upper arm from the edges of the iron.
No.
It's taken a couple of months to heal. Yeah. And Karen has an alternative to say, while small ears are around,
Fiddlesticks.
That's a time for the 4-foot snake, I think.
Oh, yeah.
You can get a lot of force out with a 4-foot snake, can't you?
Yeah. Although, having said that, we did go to the zoo at the weekend with the kids.
You did.
And Freddie and Emily had Christmas money to spend in the shop. So, of course, what did Freddie come home with?
Oh, was it a great big snake?
A 4-foot snake.
Yeah. You definitely could shout 4-foot snake next time you get hurt.
I absolutely could. Captain Small, with her Christmas money, bought herself a lion watch.
Nice.
Because she wants to tell the time. She's 3. She can't tell the time. She can't read numbers. It's fine. We'll get there. But, you know,
she'll
she's
feel
willing.
grown up.
By the end of the week, I'm sure she'll have that one licked. Yeah. And what else did she get? An umbrella.
Oh,
Practical.
nice.
Very practical child, this. She went all past the sweets. I was quite impressed.
Good.
For all the practical items. Right, so if we are tracing off all of these petals and stuff, what I would suggest you do is start with the base kind of there and draw around and label it 1. Next one is here, 2. And so on and so forth.
Templates plastic's a godsend, isn't it?
Love a bit of template plastic. And it really doesn't use up all that much, but each bit then is individual, and it's the little dotted liney bits. That's number 4. So you're going to carry on, go around there. But you see, this is why, and then you can do them all in order along there if you want. And again, Gemila, what are we doing with our scissors? One nice long sweep wherever possible.
Fabulous.
So that is then going to go down there, and you're going to draw around it with whatever you have to hand. And you're going to stitch on that line. These are super tiny, guys. You will be wanting to get your whatchamacalls. Oh, Gemma, what are they? Forceps.
Ah, yes.
Out to pull these through. You really will.
They're dinky, aren't they?
They are super dinks.
Geraldine says, I bet the air was blue when you burnt yourself, and I hope you're not left with a scar. Bless her.
Oh, I might be.
Julia says, better a skirt than the very tight jeans I had on when I tipped boiling water from a pan on the hob across my hand and down my leg. So that's the thing, if you've got fabric against your skin. It's like adhesive. If you spill adhesive onto denim, it heats up.
I don't know, actually, thinking about it, how I didn't burn my tights onto my leg.
Oh, yeah, tights
that's
on.
The other thing. I had tights on, yeah. It's winter. It's cold. My house is freezing. Right, we're now going to take this across to the sewing machine. I'm going to hopefully shorten the stitch. Oh, it's gone to sleep on me. Don't go to sleep. Right, let's have a look. I want that centrally placed. I want my stitch length down to it. Whoops, wrong way. Here we go. And then we're just going to stitch on that line.
Yeah, for anyone who missed the show last week, we had lovely Gary in, and he brought this beautiful new toy in for Natasha.
Oh, we love him.
The UX8.
The UX8. Oh,
so
do you know what,
she could sit and watch herself on YouTube, should she wish.
I can't actually think.
Or not. Can you imagine?
No. I don't really want to.
Watching yourself? No.
I mean, I'm sure there are people that enjoy that kind of stuff.
All the no's for
but
us.
I'm going to say it's not me.
Oh, Elizabeth Krangle says, I bet the first thing you did was make sure the dogs were not in the area. Typical doggy owner. Yeah, dogs and children, make sure they're nowhere near you and the hot fat.
Yeah,
your dogs are normally tucked away while you're cooking in their dog room, aren't they?
Well, yeah, because I can't lie, Maud and Margot, they're both counter height.
Yeah.
They are both counter height.
Well, and they're quite, they're big dogs.
They are.
The tail goes a flinging left and right, and yeah, that wouldn't be sensible whilst you're trying to handle hot dishes and things, would it?
So you can either do a locking stitch at the beginning, or Gary had this set up with going backwards and forwards. That kind of a locking stitch, which is more for, and look, you see I've got this so that, I'm going completely AWOL on this, by the way. The thing is, nobody has these templates that's going to look at the quilt. So if they go, oh, that's 1/8 of an inch out from where you should have been. And so what, is what I would say there. Hello. There we go. So, stitched more or less on the line. What's the matter, Jemmy? You're making a face.
No, Geraldine wins. She wins in the burning / scolding yourself
About an eighth
story.
of an inch around there.
Crikey.
What?
She said, many years ago after a hard night shift, I was so tired I dropped off to sleep with a very hot cup of tea.
Ooh.
I dropped it and scalded my flower.
Ooh.
Big blisters.
Ooh.
She was in a dress for a few weeks.
Ooh, yes.
Sans undergarments.
Letting a bit of air circulate.
Oh, she wins. You'd do your hand again to avoid that, wouldn't you?
I'd do anything to avoid that.
That was...
Ouch.
Bless you, Geraldine.
Geraldine.
That's a story to tell, isn't it?
That's
Crikey.
not a forgettable incident, is it? I'm just snipping around here thinking, ouch. Ouch.
And Sue says, a teacher accidentally swore badly in front of my 6-year-old who was helping with the displays.
Amazing.
When the teacher was apologising profusely, Kate replied, it's okay, my mum says much worse.
Amazing. Drop you right in there. Brilliant.
That's the best.
You've got to love them for that, haven't you?
I know.
Absolutely love that. I told you about the fact when Freddie was 3, the very first day of half term. This was back in the day where you could visit people. And we actually had like lots booked. See how much easier that is with your forceps? Something tiny will turn out. And then you can just shove them back in and there we go.
Don't lie, you feel all like a doctor as well. You like having some forceps. You feel a bit,
Hey, look,
you know, special.
I would be very impressed if a doctor whipped out some rainbow forceps.
I know.
Right? There we go. Number 1. I'm just going to... Do you know what? If you're being really, really, really smart about it, then you can always put your template back on and get out some of your clips so that you then know exactly which one's going on. It's, do you know, these things are just more about organisation than anything else half the time. I will reiterate because once again, we had viewers from not Natasha Makes, somewhere else that bought these, that's what I'm going to say.
Okay.
Say that their forceps were welded together.
Broken, they wouldn't open.
They'd broken, didn't work,
No.
couldn't open. You have to push them and then take them apart. They've got, can you see? Gosh, now I can't even open them. Yeah, it wasn't
You
such a
squeeze
stupid thing.
together and they...
Yeah,
bend.
squeeze and move. Can
There
you
you
see
go.
they've got like a grippy, claspy
There's a
bit?
catch, isn't there?
Which is meant to be there. That's the whole point. So, insert, like so, open, stick the end in there, and then...
And that engages
use
that little clasp.
Exactly, which then means that you can just roll the rest of it down, like so.
And then to release a clasp, squeeze,
Squeeze.
release.
There we go. Squeeze and release sounds like an exercise class,
It
doesn't
does
it?
from the 80s,
From the
wearing one of
80s,
those
yes,
thong back
Jane
lycra
Fonda.
things with the leggings
Yeah,
underneath a different
with like
colour.
the really high leg
Yes.
lycra situations.
Yes.
Yeah.
I always remember my mum having those videos and the woman
Did
saying
she ever
about-
do them though?
Oh yeah, and I
Did
used to do
she?
them with her. And it was like, you know, we're
Crikey.
going to tone those saggy pears into nice tight peaches.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
beautiful.
I think of that. There we go. So that's what I would be doing on that. And then again with your template plastic, you're going to trace off. Where is it? Where'd it go? Here we go. Your middles here. Yeah, they were weird, weren't they, those exercise routines?
Really weird. All the lycra in all the world, which was fine.
Very highly placed.
If you looked like someone who should be instructing, it was fine. But if you were someone who was doing it, you know, two-tone up, perhaps all that lycra wasn't the most
before
confident
shot.
thing to be wearing.
No.
The
The 80s had a lot to answer for. And yeah, so lycra and leg warmers.
Yeah.
I'm going to share something with you though, Jem. When I did my yoga teacher training, I did have quite a lot of pairs of leg warmers.
Of course you did.
Just saying.
So Ali's had a lovely discovery. Don't you love it
Ali
when you
B?
find some nice, beautiful
Or Ali F or Ali
things?
G? Which Ali? We've got Ali's and all the letters.
Ali B.
Ali B, hello,
Says,
Ali B.
morning from a glorious West Berkshire.
Nice.
Whilst looking in my craft room,
Yep.
not what the chap calls it. Now, this is very true. Mine doesn't call it my craft room either. It starts with cr, but it's not craft. I came across a bag.
Right.
Inside the bag was some Kaif, big smile, some
Ooh.
Lisa, I am now squeezing, and
Ooh.
Be Still My Beating Heart,
Yeah.
some O'Deal. This was one of your scrap bags. Marvellous. You see? One man's scrap is another man's treasure, you see. That be how it is.
We just can't keep it all.
No.
That's the thing. Right.
And we have offcuts. And those are amazing for things like EPP and little projects, aren't they?
They are. The other thing is that if you've got something like the crazy 8s and crazier 8s and crazy 6 from Creative Grids, you can make an entire quilt out of a scrap bag.
You really can.
And it's just fab. So have we got any of the scrap bags left?
Well, I've
they
just
went,
had a look.
Yeah.
There is literally a handful. So I'm just tagging them now, pop them in the collection, because when you subscribe to the Friday newsletter, or it's newsletters in
told about
general,
these things.
you do quite often get to hear about the scrap bags. But also last week,
We had
SJ
something
and I,
special, didn't we?
We put the Lucky Dip bags up as well.
So the Lucky Dip bags are a half metre of, it's basically like a half metre heaven, isn't it? But it's two lots of that, and it's a Lucky Dip, and they're $14.99 or $15.99. $14.99. It was because it's birthday week, wasn't it? It was on a special price.
For 2 half
so you're
meters,
getting 2 meters of fabric, one of which is designer, one will be a coordinating claim.
Crazy.
For $14.99. Have we got any of those left?
A handful. Again, I'm just
handful.
tagging those in.
Right.
So,
Well, whilst you do that, I'm going to show you.
yeah.
If you've got a Soline glue pen, all I would say is pop a little bit, hang on, which was my front, which was my back? That way then. Just to hold it in place. Soline glue pens are made for English paper piecing, so they will come off. It's not a permanent adhesion. And again, you want, this time, quite a generous seam allowance. And this is for your flower centre. There we go. I would go with a polyester thread. I've got a very old roll here that needs using up. Gary did not appreciate my old polyester thread the other day. I'd obviously had to use it instead of something else for an emergency, because normally I say with Orifil. It's like, what is this, Natasha? I had to make up some really rubbish excuse.
It's quite particular, isn't he? Rightly
Yes,
so.
really. And
Rightly
do you know what?
so.
Rightly so. Like when you realise what it does to a machine, given that he then had to go and clean my machines and find a lot of fluff.
Well, when I first started sewing with you, rather than just my previous sewing that I'd done on my own and all of that, and I'd done quite a bit over the years, but when I started using decent thread,
Oh, it makes all the difference.
I thought I wasn't very good at sewing because my thread would snap and my my machine had done threads, all sorts of things would go on. And I started using decent thread and decent cotton, and Kel Surprise.
Yes.
The decent fabric and decent thread, I suddenly
Makes
was producing
the
things.
difference. Right, so if you do have to work with anything else, then I would say get yourself one of our magic thread coating stuff. They are awesome. I do love those. Right, we are going to do a running stitch around the top edge. Okay, I would say I double up my thread because I'm going to be putting it under some kind of stress and strain.
Oh, bless Geraldine and her horrific injury, bless her. She said she had to have a few weeks off work with that.
But how would you explain that to your
Well,
boss?
she spoke to the ward manager and, wearing a frock and can't wear any undergarments, etc.
Gosh,
and,
I mean, that's like a carry-on film, isn't it?
The ward manager
Babs
said...
Winder would be all over that.
I know. Ward manager went, well, you couldn't make that up. That's a really good excuse,
You
isn't
couldn't,
it?
could you?
No.
You really couldn't.
I know.
But then, come on. I mean, in life, how many women have used the... if you've had like a male PE teacher or anything like that, some kind of excuse like that to get out of PE.
Yeah.
Now, if you've got the sandpaper, use that instead. Do you know what I haven't checked? And that is how heat resistant the template plastic is. We're going to find out, aren't we? because I haven't got the label here.
Excellent.
Go easy on it, that's what I would say. So yeah, if you do have the fine grade sandpaper, use that so that you don't have to question. Actually, I have a feeling that Jane told me the other day that it is heat, but we'll find out, won't we? This will be the joy of it. Like you say, Gemma, nothing like finding out live on air. That's going to be an okay thing.
Do as I say, not as I do, and let me do these things
Absolutely.
first.
Yeah. So you're going to really, really pull up on that, which is why I've doubled up there.
I love how these come together.
They're lovely, aren't they?
Because you do all these little tiddly bits and you're like, yeah. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh, it's a thing. Oh, look, it's a thing.
Actual thing.
Never ceases to amaze me.
Actual thing.
3 months.
I know, right? Oh. Well, that's fine, isn't it? That's all done. And then, you see, you can take your template plastic out, which happily does not appear to have melted. There we go.
Which you knew all along. You were just playing it cool.
I know, right? Or hot, depending
That's the one
on...
thing you don't get here. You get brutal honesty. we don't...
I know.
Fib.
And if you want to put any of your starch stuff, just to really, really hold that, because I'm now that everything is gathered in, I'm going to do that. I'll make sure that everything is staying where I want it, that I'm happy with the shape and everything else. And then we are all good to go. And that will be the last thing. So you'll have all of these little things that will go on top. You know, kind of round here. And these ones, the ones with the, on the other page, the one with all the dotty lines, they are your loose ones. So these ones, and they will sit underneath. They'll just be stitched on there, and then that will then sit over the top and cover all your raw edges. Hurrah! Hurrah, hurrah! The stems are done exactly how we did the stems last month and every month before then. So that's it. And we've done the hand stitching before. So that is the Astor Block. It's just doing applique on a larger scale. We've done these before, but it's just getting your head round the easiest way to do it. And honestly, I would always just get those threads a little bit wet so that you can, and you don't, you know, if you want to start off by going in with your finger before it gets hot, then do. You can always do it that way. And then with the nose of your iron, just sweep it across. Nice sweeping motion, Gemma, that's what we want.
Beautiful.
And that is going to give you that beautiful curve that we've got there. There we are. So that is this month's block of the month. Beautiful. Which leaves only one last one to do, which is this beautiful central one here. And then we start to look at all of the sashing and all of these bits.
So exciting.
As well.
The
which
sashing,
I'm reliably informed means spring, summer, autumn, winter.
Yeah. Yeah, apparently so.
Unless you know otherwise, in which case let us know if it's like crispy duck or something like that.
No.
I don't know. That's why I could never get a tattoo
no,
in a language I don't speak.
Quite. A friend of mine had a tattoo on her shoulder that she thought meant stay the night.
Oh.
And she was like, you know, it's a bit cheeky.
Yeah.
And if she met someone and they said, oh, what's your tattoo mean? She means stay the night, wink, wink, all of that. And then she was tapped on the shoulder by someone who said, do you want to know what your tattoo means? She went, oh, no, I know what it means. It means stay the night. And they were like, no, it doesn't.
Oh.
Would you really like to know what it means? And she said, okay. And it meant dormitory, sleeps 4 to 6.
Wow. Wow.
I know.
Wow, that's a whole different meaning.
It's a really different meaning. Oh, dear.
Wow, she must have been a popular girl in those areas.
I know. She was a little bit mortified.
Did she get it laser removed?
Not last time I knew, no. You'd get a cover-up on that, wouldn't you? That'd be one of those tattoo fixers moments where it's small and they do something with half your back to cover it. But yeah, I mean, that was brilliant.
Wow.
It's a great party story though, isn't it?
Wow.
You know,
I mean, almost worth getting just
almost
so that,
worth getting it done just for the giggles. Yeah. Emma Purchard is with us and she says, listening to Natasha and Gemma is the favourite part of my week.
Oh,
we love you. Thank you so much.
Oh, Emma, bless you. Bless you.
And Geraldine says, great tips today, Natasha.
Thanks.
Tips.
Tips. Okay.
I could listen to you and Gemma telling us your tales all day.
Oh my goodness. Would we ever run out, Gemma?
It's just like having a bucket load of lovely friends there. That's why we like to hear from you guys as well. We love that you join in. We love that you join in.
Do you know what? That's just it.
Great.
You know, when Elizabeth can drag herself away from her puppies.
I know.
And we can say that, and it's all good. Lo's very quiet today. She's actually doing that work thing.
Not seen Lo.
She's got to do VAT returns. She's been tempting me with all of her beautiful silver goods.
She has.
Mm.
She has.
Talking of which, when we do, oh no, it's next month. I'll tell you about that next month.
Yeah. Yes.
We've got something very exciting for next month to pay it forward.
I
get ahead of myself. It's this forward planning. I'm just not used to it, Gemma.
Aww.
Can't cope. Cannot cope. Tomorrow, we are All Things Beautiful.
Yeah. Beautiful kitty things.
We really, I can't pick up that needle off the desk.
I was watching you.
I thought I'd do it really discreetly and no one would notice.
It was just
apparently not.
I just kept going.
It's one of those days. Oh, come on. However, this has proven very useful. Right, so tomorrow is, All Things Beautiful and Tildery and gorgeous and beautiful and Tildery. What can I say?
Love some Tilda.
We do love Tilda. I'm going to be giving this a good little workout in a minute to finish off those samples.
Yeah.
So, do get your block of the month. Do start stitching, and if ever anybody just want to give me a hand making up these samples,
genuinely, actually, that's a really cute idea. We are, for those that don't know, based in the Midlands, sort of near Kenilworth, Borsal Common, that sort of direction.
We certainly are.
If someone would like to grab one of our blocks and finish it off for us and drop it back,
we'd even post it.
We could post it also. But very, very carefully post it so it doesn't go missing. It would be really nice to think that we could give a name to each block as to sort of who'd done that or finished that one off for us.
Can I just give a little hint about something that is coming our way? Gem.
Go on.
Because this has been playing with my mind, right? And just let me know what you think. When you gift a quilt, I think it's really special to have a quilt tag.
For sure, definitely.
Yeah? But not everyone's machines do an alphabet that is going to be capable or look lovely enough.
No.
So what I have commissioned and what is being created for us as we speak by a very, very, very talented lady are sets of stamps whereby you can personalise and create your own labels, fabric labels. Now, it might be for the back of your quilt. It might be gift tags that you can make out of bits of scraps, calico, anything like that. But it's to make the most of your fabric and just make reusable things out of the little scraps that you're not going to throw away, or to create something that is going to be permanently on the back of your quilt. So that is what we have got coming up, hopefully soon.
Lovely.
Yes.
What a great idea.
Well, it just struck me that it was something I needed, so that meant that there was probably other people out there who also required it.
If there are
in
things
their life
that you think, oh, I'd love this or I need this, do reach out and tell us, because we love to hear, and where we can source things or put that wheel in motion
because the
somewhere,
thing is, if you need it, there will probably be other people as well that will also need it, because we're all doing a similar thing, aren't we, here? That's the thing. So yeah, do let us know.
So those of you who are saying that you'd like to help with finishing a block for our Baltimore. That's amazing. Thank you.
Oh, it's going to be a community quilt. Amazing.
Yeah, we've really loved that because you are all part of the Natasha Makes family. It's, it's great. But if you want to pop an email across to us at info@natashamakes.com with the sort of address that you'd like it sending to, then, yep, we'll get those out to you. Or if you are local and you want to pop by, then that's possible too. We can certainly bring it out to you.
Amazing.
In a very safe and socially distanced way.
Oh, all of that shenanigans.
Yeah.
All of those shenanigans. Yes.
Absolutely.
I've got a bit carried away here. I'm just doing a little bit more.
Well, that's fine. That all helps. Debbie's loving the sound of the stamps. Loving the sound of the stamps.
Oh, good. Because it was one of those things, and I sort of went out a little bit on a limb and went, I think that might be what we all need in our life.
Oh, Geraldine, rather than it being sort of a block workshop, we will get the blocks out because obviously with COVID,
we can't have everyone here,
and also insurance and stuff. We can't have you guys in, unfortunately. But
but we are working towards, as soon as all the restrictions are lifted, then we do want to have workshops as soon as we can. So don't think that we aren't doing that.
Sure,
that will be there at some point, hopefully in the not too distant.
And if you want to finish a block for us, we can post it out to you, Geraldine. Very much part of the family.
Perfect.
So that's lovely.
Perfect. And we'll make sure that everything is in there that you need, and you'll be able to keep any leftover fabric, which, let's be honest, makes another one. Yeah. There we go. Right, lovely people. We will see you tomorrow with all things bright and beautiful.
Oh, don't. It's another earworm for the day.
At least I know that one.
It's a good old shrill one, that.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Can do that in the warehouse. It'll echo round beautifully.
Oh, it will, won't it?
Yeah.
Well, that'll be a
good choral moment now with all of us.
Yeah. We'll enjoy that. Nobody else will. Have a good one. We will see you here tomorrow, 10 o'clock. I nearly forgot what time we come to air. What?
Same time every day.
Who am I? What are we doing? 10 o'clock tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Bye.